Is available for the second session only. Continuing education for accountants covers the full conference. If you have questions, there's instructions on your brochure in your seat on how to text the moderator with your questions. Questions come in by text. The moderator is able, throughout the conferences, to be able to go through your questions and find the ones that are most relevant that they'd like to talk about with the panelists. Also, you'll receive a survey from us shortly after the session ends this afternoon. We'd like to know your feedback, what worked, what you liked, what we could do different. We're always working hard to improve the sessions. We couldn't bring these sessions to you without the support of our sponsors. They're terribly important to help underwrite and bring the content that is so valuable and important. We'd like to welcome a new sponsor to the market, Greenberg Traurig. Greenberg has more than 2,000 attorneys across the world in 38 offices throughout Asia, the America, Middle East. They focus on and work with the key players in digital, film, television, and throughout many parts of the entertainment industry. And I would like to represent one of the shareholders of Greenberg Traurig, Tom Ara, to say a few words with us this morning. Thank you. Tom?
Thank you, Jonathan, and we're actually at 40 offices now. Well, welcome. We are proud and happy to be here today. Beginning with this year, as Jonathan mentioned, Greenberg Traurig is proud to partner with IFTA and the American film market as the premier sponsor of AFM and as a co-presenting sponsor of this conference series with our good friends at Entertainment Partners. For over 3 decades, AFM has been the premier global marketplace where Hollywood's decision makers and industry participants from across the globe gather to conduct business. Next year marks our firm, Greenberg Traurig's 50th anniversary, during which we'll celebrate the legacy of our firm, and among other things, its long-standing and deep roots in representing participants in the entertainment industry. For decades, our attorneys and professionals have acted for a multitude of entertainment and media industry participants in complex film and television transactions, including representing major and independent film studios and television studios, producers and production companies, film sales companies, worldwide distributors of film and television content, banks, hedge funds, investors, and a multitude of other participants. Many of these clients are IFTA members and participants in this conference taking place today. Greenberg Traurig's entertainment and media attorneys play a vital role in all aspects of today's global media and entertainment industry. Our forward-thinking attorneys and professionals have given sage advice to clients on opportunities for creating value for their businesses, such as our early involvement in the digital distribution age, and representing the various participants in the rapidly expanding industry that is the Middle Kingdom, and more importantly and more recently, participants' involvement in the evolving landscape of virtual reality and experience-based content distribution. We pride ourselves in identifying early opportunities for our clients to solve challenges presented by the uncertainties of a changing marketplace. And for this reason, our firm and its professionals are consistently heralded as top practitioners by a number of leading experts and publications, including Chambers and Partners, U.S. News, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, and I could list many, many more. We hope that you enjoy the thought-provoking and insightful panels the conference is scheduled for you today, and that you leave this conference series with valuable information that will greatly benefit and advance your business. On behalf of Greenberg Traurig, our partners here, we want to welcome you again and welcome the opportunity to work with you. Thank you, and have a great AFM.
Thank Thank you. Our other co-presenting sponsor, Entertainment Partners, has been with us for many years, and their voice has been very valuable to the development of the conference series. Entertainment Partners is a global leader in payroll, residuals, tax incentives. They are a leader as it comes in the areas of production incentives. They're celebrating their 40th anniversary this year, and to say a few words, their Chief Strategic Officer, Mike Rose. Mike.
Great, thank you very much, and on behalf of Entertainment Partners, delighted to welcome you to the financial conference here at AFM. We've been a proud sponsor for many, many years. Our business, the business of making films, is complex like no other business in the world. There are no other businesses where hundreds of people come together for 6 to 8 weeks and spend millions of dollars and then all disband. And all of it's being done in different locations, far-flung places with different rules and different incentives. And because it's complex, you're going to find that it's going to continue to get more complex. As different municipalities pass different sick leave requirements, or different municipalities, even within Los Angeles, pass different minimum wage laws, there are all sorts of increasing compliance issues that become more and more challenging for the business. Certainly, the need to keep documents secure and the need to keep personal information secure is obviously one that's really rising to the top of the government's watch list. And yet, we're in a business where the investments in technology really have been made in what you see on the screen. Visual effects, film has gone to digital, cameras, so on and so forth. The investment has not been made behind the camera to date. So really, much of what goes on behind the camera is still as it was when film was first invented. You go on a set, you get a paper script, you get paper sides, a paper time card, paper start forms, paper purchase orders that you're running around. And the increasing complexity is really requiring and demanding a digital answer coming much sooner than later. So we at EP are very delighted to be introducing our Smart Studio suite of applications. It's designed to be a platform of digital tools that ultimately provide you a seamless archive that really allows you to have the studio information, all the document information right in the palm of your hand. It's a series of 4 or 5 different products. Synchronize is one of the products that automates a lot of the production office processes that have been incredibly manually intensive to date. The beauty of that system is now finance has access to all the documents in a very easy way to take a look at. So, for instance, when Start cards are going through a digital platform and you're in the state of Illinois and you're capturing the driver's license expiration date, you know at the time of hire if they have a valid expiration date or not. If it is invalid, you are not going to get the tax credit, months later when you go to, and you're going to have to hunt the person down to see if they got a new driver's license. So there are all sorts of things that will change as a result that directly impact finance. It'll be the first time really production information and finance information are housed in one place, can be used by both groups, and it really marries the process where historically in the paper world it had been very separate. And what that means for you is one place to have all of your archive of information. So when you're doing a DGA audit or any kind of audit, all of the materials are in one place, one location. You just push a couple of buttons, there they are. We've had clients who, we had a client who, an employee complained, a crew complained later that they weren't noticed about this valley fever in New Mexico. Well, it was about to turn into a big suit. Very easy to show through these digital platform tools when they received the notice and how they received the notice. So there are things that are really compliance related that we don't think much about now, but the world is definitely moving more and more in that direction, and it's going to be more and more difficult for our business. So We're delighted to be introducing all these digital tools. Please, if you haven't seen them, please give us a call, but we're very excited about what the future holds. And very excited for your panel today. So with that note, thank you very much.
Thanks. And now for the final introduction of the morning, Joe Chianese, the moderator of the first session. Joe is our in-house and resident expert on production incentives, over 30 years of experience structuring more than $5 billion worth of television and film deals. Please welcome Joe Chianese.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 360 View, a discussion of current trends in film production finance, as well as the impact of new distribution platforms on independent film finance. We're also going to try and look into the future to see how independent film finance may be changing. I am Joe Chianese. I'm Executive Vice President with Entertainment Partners, and I'm proud to be here again this morning. I'd like to start off by just introducing my panelists. Starting to my immediate left, we have Yolanda Cochran. Yolanda is an experienced and skilled producer and production consultant. She currently provides consulting services to companies that are new to content creation, as well as to independent producers developing production plans in effort to secure financing. Yolanda previously served as Executive Vice President of Physical Production at Alcon Entertainment, overseeing full scope of production finance for the company's slate, project management of all aspects from green light to distribution. To Yolanda's left, we have David Glasser. David has been president and COO of the Weinstein Company since 2008, where he manages the day-to-day operations of the company as well as development of its growing portfolio of business. He oversees all production, sales, finance, acquisition deals for the studio. To David's left, we have Micah Green, and Micah is the co-head of film finance and sales group at CAA. Micah works here in Los Angeles and specializes in packaging and arranging financing and distribution for major motion picture projects. To Micah's left, we have Miles Nestle, who is the co-founder and partner of the Solution Entertainment Group, and he has successfully originated over $1 billion in financing for over 200 film and television projects over the course of his career. And last but not least, we have Miguel Palos, who is the CFO of IM Global, an international film and television production, sales, and distribution company. So I'm going to jump right into this, because I think we have a lot to cover in an hour and a half. And so, as I mentioned, this is sort of a 360 view of independent film finance, and I was thinking to myself, how would be the best way to start this conversation? And I said to myself, well, let's look back at the last 30 years and see how independent film has changed. So I went back and looked at 1986, and I said, well, what were the independent films in 1986? And so it was Sex, Lies, and Videotape, it was She's Gotta Have It, and The Terminator. Believe it or not, The Terminator was actually an independent film before it became a studio franchise. In the 1990s, we had The Clerks, we had The Usual Suspects, Reservoir Dogs, and then the last decade, we had Donnie Darko, Sideways, Memento, and City of God. So all these are considered independent films. So I guess my first question for my panelists really is, could these movies have been made today? And if so, how would they have been made? By the same producers? And also, how would they have been financed, and how could they have gotten distributed? I'll just start with Micah, because he's giving me a look.
The look was, please don't direct it towards me. I'm an optimistic person these days. Like, I think all those movies would get made today. I bet I think every producer complains about how difficult the business is and about how difficult it is today. But there are so many players now in the universe of independent film financing and distribution. There are so many models to get movies made. Everything you pitched, if it had been pitched to me this year, I'd be excited about it and optimistic we could get it done. One thing is for certain, all these movies would involve some combination of one or more high net worth individuals, private equity investors, realizing them. Some of the movies that you're talking about, with or without movie stars, might have had international rebates available for them, but regardless, they're all really interesting, fresh, and they always have been concepts. It's why they became successful, those movies, and I think they would attract investors today.